Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. Another shout out. You can see behind us that it's March Awareness for Colon Cancer Month. Our sponsors, Georgetown Cancer Centre and of course UK Healthcare Marquee Centre and also Clark Regional Medical Centre, everyone. We're going to be talking about it throughout the whole month and also bringing segments specifically about colon cancer for men and women. How are we, ladies?
Hey, doing well.
We
Doing
good?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Not
Any
much.
news?
No news.
Girls on the run?
I do have girls on the run today.
That's news, everyone.
Yeah, there we go.
What about you, dear?
Oh, I'm just going to be helping to move things.
Are you
from one
still
house to the
moving?
other. Oh, yeah, we're going to be doing it the whole month, so you'll be tired of hearing me talk about it.
Well, here's a
sure.
little tip. Don't mention it again.
Don't ask me, and I won't mention it.
Exactly. I don't know. Why are you doing it for a whole month?
We're just taking our time. We have
Don't you
a
get a
lot of
furniture
stuff.
chuck in?
No, we'd rather move our own stuff.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Slowly,
Yes.
by yourself. You save so much money doing it
Yes.
yourself.
And you know what? We have so much stuff that we can start to kind of downsize and kind of get rid of
Yeah.
things that we really don't need. So we can
Well,
kind of
make
go
sure
through
Doug
everything.
doesn't throw you out with the rubbish bowl.
He very well could.
Exactly. Hey, do you remember I was saying to you yesterday that I thought the Oscars were quite boring?
Yes, yeah.
Well,
I
guess
agree.
what? Ratings were down. Huge.
Were they really?
Huge. People were switching off left, right, and centre. They found Jimmy Kimmel was not funny. And something that was really interesting that I saw online last night, that the huge ratings were Ellen DeGeneres, and also, I won't go through the ratings because it's a little bit hard to understand unless you're in the TV business. It's on a point system and how many people watch from home and things like that. But Whoopi Goldberg had, in the history of the Oscars, the highest rating as a host.
That surprises me.
Really?
It does. It does surprise me. Ellen DeGeneres doesn't surprise me that she
But
had
she's
high
funny.
ratings. She's hilarious,
Yeah.
yeah. And I like Whoopi, and nothing against that. It just surprises me.
I don't think that's necessarily a Jimmy Kimmel thing, because we've seen award show ratings have been going down. The Emmys were down. The other shows have been going down. And I think when Whoopi hosted it, that was her prime,
Yeah.
Like, she was the biggest name. She still is, fabulous, but if you think of when she hosted
Well,
it.
I ask you this then. Do you think it has a lot to, because this came into my mind, do you think it has a lot to do with who's nominated that year and for what and what movies? Because the year that Whoopi had the biggest ratings, Titanic won Best Picture. So it did a comparison on who won what and who got Best Picture. And it was interesting. Titanic was a huge film.
Yeah.
And it was also nominated for a huge amount of awards. Like, I don't know, that fish one that everyone
Yeah.
they were talking about, I couldn't think of anything worse than to watch that. But, it got a lot of awards and was nominated for a lot of awards as well.
Right. I think that it was probably a perfect storm. I think Whoopi was at her prime, and then Titanic was the hugest movie that
Yeah.
came out. So I think both of them together
Yeah.
just made for an awesome
Yeah, I
ratings
think there's
night.
so many factors. Like, you have easier and easier access to that instantly on your phone as the years go on. Where, of course, technology's been around, but there's no motivation.
Actually,
You have to
that's a
see
good
it then,
point.
because even the clip for that nominee is on Twitter within 30 seconds.
right.
It's
Yeah,
on video.
it's true.
And then I still think it's true that we're seeing ratings drop for award shows because it's being so politicized. And I think
True.
that it's not just about the movies or just about, whether that's right or wrong, I think that factors into viewership.
I think it does too.
All right, well, if you're a little bit bored, maybe you might like this. What happens if you could hit and burn 1,600 calories while laying down people and watching Netflix? Well, at Shape House, an urban sweat lodge, get my fingers out of my mouth, everyone, with locations in New York and Los Angeles, you can now burn more calories than a workout by simply putting on this oversized sweat suit and laying on your back. Many have arrived there, the big stars like Demi Moore, Kim Kardashian, and Selena Gomez. It now costs $70 to go and do this, okay, per session. And also, you lay there for 55 minutes and you're heated up to 158 Fahrenheit. Like a
This-
good chicken.
This just has disaster written all over it to me.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to
Honestly.
tell you this. Don't laugh at me, people. I try any fad that's coming out
Yes,
there.
he does.
And there was a fad in Australia where you'd go to this clinic and they'd wrap you up. They'd put this product all over you. They'd wrap you up in cellophane or cling wrap.
Yeah.
Do you call it cling wrap here?
Yeah.
That clear plastic. Then they'd put you in this machine and heat you up. Well, I'd be there every other day. Do you know what I mean? Thinking I was getting thinner. I don't know how much I paid. I'm telling you, I went for months. Didn't drop a pound. But I was convinced it was working. Because these things are good for people like me.
Yeah.
You just go, because then I go out and have a good feed after the event, and then I'm fine.
They're good for the people who invent that from people like you.
Exactly.
They go running in.
But the thing is, if it works, would you do it?
Of course.
Why not?
If it works, I mean, but I just don't buy it. I don't. I just feel like you're sweating off. As soon as you drink some water, it's just going to all go back in, and yeah, it might boost your heart rate and your metabolism a little, but I think overall it's going to all come back on.
Okay.
It's too fatty.
I got you. All right. Well, here's the next one, everyone. Robots aren't just for anyone. This high-tech machine was designed to lend a hand in the kitchen. Now it's called Flippy. Here it is, everyone. This is a robot. Now, it is actually being used in a chain of restaurants called Cali Burger. Oh. Okay? It costs $60,000. What it does, see what it's doing? Now, a human still needs to put the burger on the hot plate, but this machine uses a thermal image to sense when to flip and remove the patties. Here's the thing, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm not having a machine to tell me I've got a medium rare piece of meat at McDonald's.
Yeah.
It costs $60,000. You still need to have someone there, another human. It reminds me of this bar down in Las Vegas, everyone, where the bar, there's a robot behind the bar and it flips out your drink. Here's the thing. I still like to have a flirt with the bartender. I still like to think if I give him a few extra bucks, I'm going to get a double shot at half price. Right. So I just don't understand. You can't have robots replacing you.
Right.
What do you reckon?
I mean, I think on some level, I mean, that already exists. Like we have assembly line machines,
right, for cars.
bottle.
But that's for cars.
No, that bottle drinks or bottle things that or make packaged foods. Like that's really already happening. They're just using that technology there. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, for a restaurant like that, I can't imagine that. At this point, that it would be able to really be able to determine.
Well, think about it. Two
well
people
done.
Flipping burgers. What would they earn? Maybe $25,000 a year.
Maybe.
For a full-time job, $30,000 a year. So one robot can flip all those burgers without stopping, without any backlip, without a cigarette break, without there's a lot of upsides.
Well, I think we'd all rather see the job there. It's just a sign of technology, taking those jobs.
Right.
So.
Right. I mean, do we really need a $60,000 burger flipper? That's my,
That's what I'd charge McDonald's if I was a burger flipper, because I'd entertain as I was.
Yes, you would. You'd be doing the shimmy in the back.
Exactly. Katie, now, so we need to talk about, it's not Midday Kentucky, everyone, without talking about sex.
This is not about
or relationship. Well, it's sort of. It's monogamy.
Okay.
All right, so it's a little bit of sex talk. Take it away, my friend.
I'm just talking about the relationship, so let's keep it PG. So I found this article online that was kind of an informal survey, but they were talking about monogamy and the way different age groups view monogamy. And of course, no surprise that millennials are seen as less in favor of being monogamous. Now, again, this is not millennials are cheaters or anything. We're talking about being in. If you choose not to be monogamous, you're not cheating. Right. So they're talking about choosing to live a life of monogamy or not. So I was wondering, what do you guys think age range is? Do you think we see older people only with monogamy, or I don't know? What do you think?
I think that traditional values are suffering in today's world. That's what I think.
I agree on that, Pop.
And I think that monogamy is really a personal choice. It doesn't matter what age you are, but I think that definitely with the younger folks, I think that the millennials in particular, I think that they have a different view on life. We were talking about this last week, I believe, where they are waiting longer to get married. So yeah, they're dating longer, but when they do find that person, they do, as far as monogamy, I'm not sure, but they do want to stay with that one person, but they're waiting longer to get married.
Yes, but while you're dating that person, here's the thing. I think monogamy is something that you and your partner or husband or wife have that conversation, because it's more of an open dialogue nowadays.
Well, I think we're talking about deciding to even have a spouse, is this study.
Well, monogamy is if you have a partner and that you want to stay with that partner for the rest of your life, or be monogamous whilst you're with that partner, right?
Yes, but
No
this
other
is talking about
partners.
even deciding to have a partner. They're talking about millennials just staying single, not having a partner, but you're a swinger or something. Just even choosing to have that partner in general. They're saying millennials are choosing to live without a partner.
Yeah, for longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the studies
know what
have
I mean?
shown that too.
Yeah, but I quite liked my take on it.
But I wanted to know your opinion on this take.
Look, I have to be honest, someone asked me at an event just recently, they got on the PA system as I was up there, they said, hey everyone, Troy's single. Well, I wanted to die. Do you know what I mean? And then I was disappointed no one came up and gave me their number. So I'm like,
It's the pressure.
You're right, the pressure.
Yeah.
Everyone was watching.
Yeah. But
Look, I just think if you are happy to be alone and if you want to have a relationship and can't commit to that person in a monogamous relationship, just be honest and say that up front to the person.
Yeah.
If you and I start dating and say, look, Katie, you're a great gal. I like a bit of extra spice as well. I'll date you, take you out for dinner, do everything we need to do, but I'm not going to be monogamous. If the guy or girl know that up front, we're good. I've got
that's
very
true.
good friends in Australia. They've been together for 28 years. They are a couple, but they have other relations.
Yeah.
And I couldn't cope at the thought of it, because every time I went to their house, I kept thinking they can try and crack onto me. I couldn't get it out of my head. But they never did, but I know, right?
Yeah, it would. It
But
would
because
it
they
would bother
told me,
too. Yeah.
every time.
I know.
It just used to be like, oh my God, I would not drink. I would be completely aware of everything that was going on. Anyway, tell us what you think. Head over to Midday Kentucky's Facebook page. Lisa, very quickly, let's talk about who should pay on the first date.
Yeah, I mean,
What's going on? What's your story?
well, here's the story. I mean, just basically, who do you all think that the person should be that pays on a first date? I mean, considering today's world, it's more of a modern type dating. So, do you think that the guy should always pay, or what are your guys' takes on it on a first date? And you're both single, so this is interesting.
Oh, you're single now, Kate?
I think whoever initiates it.
Hold on. Can we just get
Single
back?
as in not married.
Oh,
I'm not
right.
going on dates with someone I'm not
But what
married
happened
to.
to man friends?
Man friend's still around.
Does man friend pay for the
Yes, of
Friday
course
night
he
dates?
does. You
I would say
your BYO cup, but he pays
BYO
for
cup.
this. Yeah.
I would say he does pay for most things that we do.
You know
yeah.
what? Here's the thing. I'm a little old-fashioned as well. Number one, when you go out with a guy, girl, when we first came here, Katie was right. When I went out those couple of times for breakfast for us to get to know each other, I did want to pay, but Katie was like, no, let's go Dutch. I get it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I always believe that men should pay when you go out with a woman, whether you're dating or even just friends. That's just me, okay? Now, in saying that, if I'm on a date and I feel that I should pay if I've initiated the date.
Okay.
And as you know, if the appetizer's not good, I'm out. I'm getting that bill.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But I also feel you have a little bit more control if you're paying the bill. You can either take it to the next level, all right, ask for whatever, go home, go out and party, have whatever you want. But I just feel that it's nice that men pay.
Right,
Is that bad?
And
But
then
I think they're obviously usually initiate it
There's
when it's going on at
expectation.
first. That's why I think you should. But I also want to order whatever I feel like ordering. So sometimes I would offer, on a first date, did you want to split that? And then if they accept it, I probably never want to go out with you again.
See, that is my point.
That's interesting.
No, I don't know. But I think if they initiate it,
Yeah.
ask me out, then yes. But then I think once relationships become more serious,
Yes.
splitting bills and divvying things
And
up.
I'm not saying that this is bad, but that's a double standard. You just said if you offer to pay and the guy says, oh, that's fine, you're not going to go out with him
No, I
again.
said I was joking. No, because I have.
I got you, Miss Katie.
I'm joking.
Learn more about the Bluegrass Theatre Guild's production of Crimes of the Heart coming up after the break.